What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is going to be one that might be a little unique because I'm going to be talking about the newest set, Magnificent Mavens. I did not think I would ever talk about it, but excuse me. So, if you guys don't know anything about Magnificent Mavens, it's basically the shiny secret box that we had in the OCG, and that's what basically this set is. It's basically that, but I believe the cards are pretty much the same, except for maybe a few. I don't really know. I don't know, because I know that the secret shiny box, the OCG, they only showed us like a small portion of the cards. This one, we are getting the full set list. I'm going to be talking about them in this video, and I'm going to basically just give you guys my thoughts on whether or not it's okay to get the set, just as a full set, or just buy the single. So let's get straight into it. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more episodes in the future, which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. If you guys want to send fan mail, the info will be in the description as well. Let's get straight into it, guys. We're gonna kick things off, obviously, with the Skytracker cards. So first up, we have Surgical Striker HAMP, which is basically the boss monster for the whole deck, and basically this card just lets you pop a monster, pop a card, not a monster, a card that you're excuse me. Basically lets you pop a card that your opponent may have when it's destroyed in battle. So it's a really, I guess you could say it's like a really bad monarch of sorts. Yeah. Then of course we have Aileron, which basically counts as an equip card to any Skytracker Ace monster you have, and that monster will basically gain 400 attack, which isn't too bad. And then it has another effect, which says during the main phase, which is a quick effect, you get to target any Skytracker Ace monster you have, equip this card from your hand or field to it, and if this card on the field were to be destroyed, you can send a Skytracker spell from your deck to your graveyard. So it's sort of like a Foolish Burial, which helps power up your Skytracker Engage. And speaking of Engage, we have Skytracker Mobilize Linkage, which is basically a free summon from the extra deck, and that monster gains an additional 1,000 attack, which isn't too bad. And then of course we got the reprints. We got Ray, we got Skytracker Ace Ray, Kagari, Shizuku, Hayate, Zeke, Engage as well, which is at 1 still. Don't know why. Should be banned in my personal opinion. We've got also Widow Anchor, Shark Cannon, and of course multi-roll. And then of course we got the Mayakashi. So we got Yuki Ono, the icicle Mayakashi, which acts as sort of like an imperm of sorts, which isn't too bad, but it is what it is. We got Ghost Meets Girl, a masterful Mayakashi Shiranui Saga. So this actually works with not only the Mayakashi, but it can also work with the Shiranui archetype as well, which if you mix both of them together, you got a pretty powerful deck, actually. This one though, Ghost Meets Girl lets you tribute a Mayakashi or Shiranui Synchro or Link, and neither player can summon monsters from the hand, deck, or extra deck for the rest of the turn, which is pretty cool. But the only downside is that it locks you out of your extra deck as well, which is fine. So you would want to use this card during your opponent's turn. You flip it, and your opponent essentially just loses right then and there. Plain and simple. Then of course we have Daki the graceful Mayakashi, Hajun the winged Mayakashi, Gasha Dokoro the skeletal Mayakashi, and Mayakashi Return. Those are the only ones. Then of course we got the Witchcrafters, which the Witchcrafters, they didn't get a whole lot of support over time, but this might be the best. Though this might be the closest thing to getting like really good support, because previous, before, there wasn't a whole lot of support that we got, but I must admit though, it's rather interesting in my opinion. But for the Witchcrafters, we have Witchcrafter Vice Madam, and again, I did talk about all these new cards on the channel when they were first announced. So if you guys want to check out that video, you guys definitely can. Witchcrafter Confusion Confession, Witchcrafter Hane, Witchcrafter Jenny, and Witchcrafter Creation. And then of course we got Ashizu's new cards. So we have Keldo the Secret Protector, Mudor the Sword Oracle, Kelbeck the Ancient Vanguard, and Agito the Ancient Sentinel. So these were the cards that. So these were the names of the monsters that Ashizu used against Kaiba in the Battle City quarterfinals. If you guys did not know. Then of course we have Gravekeeper's Trap. Exchange of Despair and Hope is what they are naming it, which I don't know why. Blast Held by Destiny, which is kind of weird, and I don't know why my desk keeps moving. It might be because of my laptop. Yeah, it's definitely because of my laptop, so I do apologize, guys. And speaking of exchange, we have Exchange of the Spirit, which is actually a really interesting one. So Exchange of Despair and Hope reads, if you control 3 or more Earth Fairies, send as many monsters from the field to the grave as possible, minimum 1, then each player can special summon monsters from their opponent's graveyard to their own field, up to the number of monsters sent to their opponent's graveyard by this effect. Then if a monster was special summoned by this effect and Exchange of the Spirit is in your grave, you can set a trap directly from your deck. It can be activated this turn, and you can only activate this card once per turn. So basically, Exchange of Despair and Hope, basically acts as a Monster Reborn, if you will, which is pretty cool. Exchange of the Spirit basically literally switches your, the cards in your graveyard with the cards in your deck. So if you have like one card in your deck, you basically get your whole deck back, which is hilarious. Then we have some Sword Soul cards. So we have the Iris Sword Soul of Mo Ye, Taya, Strategist Long Wong, Sword Soul Auspice Chunjung, Grandmaster Shishao, Supreme Sovereign Che Ying, Sinister Sovereign Queen Long Wong, I believe is how it's pronounced, Sword Soul Emergence, Sword Soul Secret Summit, Sword Soul Assessment, Sword Soul Blackout, Sword Soul Strife, and then we have a bunch of other reprints that, some of them, I don't even know why. So, if you guys are wondering what I mean by that, there are some cards in this set that I feel like should have been, that could have been better than that one card in particular. So first up we have Yadagara. So obviously the card was recently taken off of the ban list, came back up to 1. Reason being is because obviously there are so many outs to this one card, Yadagarasu. There's really no point in playing it unless if you were playing it in like goat in like a goat deck or something like that. That's one thing, because in Go format there was hardly any outs to Yada, so it is what it is. Next up we have Blacklisted Soldier Envoy, the beginning, which is kind of an interesting one. We have Vampire's Curse, which I don't think I ever talked about this card. So this card is a 6-star Dark Zombie, 2000 attack, 800 defense. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can pay 500 life points, special summon it during the standby phase of the next turn. When you do, it gains 500 attack. I mean that's not too bad. That's not too bad. There could have been better reprints like Vampire Lord, maybe, but it is what it is. Doomdozer is in here, Mizuki is in here, Chaos Hunter, Beautiful Princess, Double D Savant Kepler, which is a pretty cool reprint. I think this is the only holo printing, if I remember correctly, of it. Let me take a look. Let me take a look on Troll Until, because I think it is. No, come on. Kepler. Let's see. Star Trek Pendulum Domination, common. Docs, Dimension of Chaos, common. 2016 Tins, common. Docs Unlimited. Yeah, basically it was only a common, and this is the only holo printing of its kind, which is pretty cool. Shiranui Solitaire, Baruru Ignister, Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, which is kind of a weird reprint. Given the fact that we just got the card in Legendary Duelist Season 2, what was it, sometime last year, if I remember correctly. Really Yona, the Majesties of Veer, Incredible Ecclesia, the Virtuous. I believe it was a Seeker Rare originally, but still, that's a pretty good reprint in my opinion. Therion Bull Ein, Therion Duke Yule, Drago Necro, Nether Soul Dragon, Elder Entity Ints, kind of a weird one, but still. Millennium Eyes Restrict, Predaplant, Ambulo Melides, which I believe, I don't think I've ever seen this card before. Well, let's see. 5-star Dark Plant Fusion, 1000 attack, 2500 defense, 2 Predaplant monsters it requires. If this card is fusion summoned, you can add a Predaplant monster or a Predap spell or trap from your deck, grave or face of extract to your hand. Excuse me. You can target a monster your opponent controls with a predator counter on one monster you control. Tribute it, and if you do, special summon a Predaplant monster from your deck. I mean that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It does let you tag out, which isn't too bad, but there could have been better reprints. I think maybe Starving Venom might have been the more better reprint in my opinion, but it is what it is. Cat Shark, which is a pretty interesting one. Obviously for the Sprite decks, I believe. I think Sprites can actually run this card, which is kind of hilarious. Number 93, Utopia Kaiser, totally awesome. Onibimaru Soul Sweeper, Nightmare Cerberus, and Phoenix, Sword Dragon, which could have been better. I think Axis Code Talker probably would have been the more better reprint, given the fact that Axis Code Talker desperately needs a reprint because the card is just too expensive. So, Sword, it's been reprinted so many other times. I don't know why Konami would want to reprint it again, but it is what it is. Blacklisted Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, Trap Trick Sarah, which I believe was a Battles, which was a Battles of Legend exclusive from a few years ago, and that was the only time you could ever get this card. But now they have another way to get it, which is pretty cool. Appaloosa, Bow the Goddess, excellent reprint. This is actually using the alternate art from Maximum Gold, which is pretty cool. Harvey's Feather Duster, Scapegoat, Change of Heart, which is a really nice one. And get this, a Legendary Ocean. Now imagine that card as an ultra rare. I don't know why they would want to have... Excuse me. I don't know why they would want to have a Legendary Ocean as an ultra rare, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Let's see. Instant Fusion, A Hero Lives, Dark Calling, Secret Village of the Spellcasters, Foolish Return, which is kind of a weird one. Pendulum Call, Magician's Restage. What does that one do? Target a level 3 or lower spellcaster in your grave, special summon it. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on your field. If this card is sent to the grave, you can add one Magician continuous spell from your deck to your hand except this card. Okay, I mean, Magician's right hand and left hand could be some interesting targets. Cyber Rev System, Dragon Maid, Changeover, Lightning Storm, Triple Tactics Talent, Draco Bag the Rideable Dragon, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Metal Reflect Slime, Skill Drain, Non-Fusion Area, Light and Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, both the Light and Shadow mirrors, which is pretty cool. Goes in Match, Evenly Matched, Infinite Impermanence, and Ice Dragon's Prison. Honestly, just based on the reprints alone, I honestly think that in my honest opinion, they could have done better. Because with A Hero Lives, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. A Hero Lives, they could have replaced this, and I'll say a Legendary Ocean with something else. They could have changed it, had another reprint of perhaps maybe Ash Blossom, or perhaps even Axis Kotaka for all we know. So is it worth getting? Yes, honestly it is. And the reason being is because it's not just because of the reprints, it's the fact that each mini box you get 4 packs plus a pack of 70 sleeves from some of the different like monsters / archetypes that are part of the set, you know. So you get sleeves of with Kagari as the print, as the art, Witchcrafters as well, just to name a couple. So it's definitely worth picking up, but obviously I prefer to buy the singles. But honestly, I'm definitely going to be getting a few boxes, mini boxes of the set. Not just because of the reprints, because there's a lot of cards here that I would love to get my hands on. You know, some of the cards that I would love to get my hands on are obviously cards like Toad, Cerberus, Phoenix, Boral Sword, the BLS Link, Appaloosa, Harpy's Feather Duster, Change of Heart, which would be a pretty cool one to get as an Ultra. Triple Tactics Talent, which is a pretty cool one. Lightning Storm as well. Cyber Rev System. I think I only have 2 in my Cyber Dragon deck, so I need a third. So getting that would be pretty cool. Having having Skill Drain would be pretty cool. So, and also Imperm is another one I would love to get my hands on. So definitely going to be getting the set for the reprint. I really don't care about any of the other cards that are in the set. I honestly don't. I just might sell them off or something like that. But honestly, is it worth getting? Absolutely. I definitely recommend getting this set because the reprints are pretty good. Some of them could have been better, but like Boral Sword could have been could have been what you call it. Access code talker. Sarah could have been changed into Nightmare Unicorn, and then of course you got and then of course you've got the you've got Millennium Eyes Restrict. Could have been a Nightmare Griffin, which Griffin is another card that definitely needs to get reprinted. So, excuse me, but those are just my thoughts anyway. Again, I would definitely recommend getting the set, but if you guys just want to get the singles, then by all means get the singles. But that brings me to the question of the day. What deck are you guys going to play when Magnificent Mavens gets released? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.